Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Now, here I am today to make another video about properties for sale under 100,000 euro. So, in a town called Oria. So, we are still talking about Brindisi province, Apulia region. So, Oria, Brindisi province, Apulia region. So, following the recommendation of one of my subscribers, I decided to make this video without my image at the bottom of the screen. And so just to give you a better image, clear image, my face not covering any part of the screen. All right, so let's start today's video because anyway, I will make an introduction. I will show you a few different things about this town, Oria, and then I will just have a random look about all the properties for sale under 100,000 euro. All right, so let's start. First of all, please put like and subscribe if you like this type of contents. It takes 2 seconds and it doesn't cost anything. And you are helping my channel to grow. All right, so let's start searching here on Google Maps this town called Oria. All right, here we are straight away in Oria. Now, here we can see on the left of the screen, let's just read. Oria è un comune italiano di 14.358 abitanti della provincia di Brindisi in Puglia. So Oria is a council, is a municipality of 14,358 inhabitants. So we are talking about a town that is under the 20,000 inhabitants, which allows you to go under the 7% tax rate. So because Puglia is one of these regions. All right, so let's zoom out here on Google Maps. Maybe let's put on 3D. Actually, let's zoom in first. So as we can see, it's not really a big, anyway, it's already a quite medium municipalities. So I guess we might find most of the services in this type of town. Here we have the historical center. We might zoom in later on. And now let's zoom out just to show you the location where Oria is. Because anyway, we said that we are in Brindisi province, all right, but so we are here in between Brindisi and Taranto. So basically we are very, very close to Taranto province. I'd say that if we want to go, for example, to the sea, it's much more convenient to go on the Ionian Sea, the Ionian coast, instead of the Adriatic. But again, I say that is around 30 minutes in this direction, southern direction, another 30 minutes in northern direction. Then we'll find out at the end of the video how far it is from Brindisi. All right, so this was just to give you an idea about where Oria is, where this town is. All right, so again, we are not far from Brindisi Airport. We are not very far from Bari Airport. And I believe it's also possible to commute with public transports. When I'm talking about public transports, I'm saying more buses than trains. Trains, we only have the main route on the coastline from Bari to Brindisi, Lecce, and so on. All right, now let's go 1 second here on Google just to show you. So we have Oria, again, here it says 14,358 inhabitants. Wikipedia is matching. So here we can see a few images of this town. It is an historical town. It's kind of considered medieval town, even if the place was inhabited since very, very long time. We are talking about the Neolithic times, so many, many years ago. Then here we can see, for example, the temperature. Today is Wednesday, and we have 27 degrees at the moment. On Thursday, we're going to have 29 degrees. I think this is the highest temperature. on Friday we're gonna reach 32 degrees. I hope I'm not gonna have any duties on Friday. I might go again to the sea, simply because if it's such a sunny and warm day, it's well worth it to go to the sea. Then here, don't look at this now, 13 hours and 30 minutes is from Montemilone. Now, obviously, I will never go from Montemilone to Oria by plane. If I have to go from Montemilone, here it shows that it's 2 hours and 18 minutes, 206 kilometers. Let's enter 1 second on Wikipedia. Oria è un comune italiano di 14.000 abitanti, again, situata in territorio collinare nel Salento settentrionale, so we are in the northern part of Salento, Neolithic times, and so on. Anyway, different information you can find out. I will post in the description of the video the link of the Italian Wikipedia for you to read as many information as possible. Obviously, it's enough you translate in English and you're gonna have all the information you need to know in English language. All right, next we go to realadvisor.it to understand what is the pricing, the prices for square meter in this municipality of Brindisi province. Now, again, as you can see in the map, because I already covered, for example, San Vito dei Normanni, what else? Ceglie Messapica, so San Vito dei Normanni. Here we have Oria. So the municipality of Oria is here, this light green color. So prices are a bit higher for sure than these areas with dark green colors. Anyway, I will investigate as well the one with dark green because for sure the prices per square meter are lower. Now, San Vito dei Normanni is a tiny bit more expensive than Oria. And then when I cover Ceglie Messapica, we are in this pink orange color here beside Ostuni. All right, now Oria, anyway, here we are. This is the municipality, this is the town. Let's see what is like the market price. Let me translate in English. All right, so anyway, price per square meter. Now, if we are talking about apartments, we're talking about 764 euro per square meter. If we are talking about houses, we are around 972 euro per square meter. And as we can see, 972 is an average in between all the property, all the houses listed for sale in this municipality. And the price range goes from the lowest for 311 euro per square meter to the highest that it goes for 4,473 euros per square meter. So for 4,473 euro per square meter is a huge price. I believe it's going to be a perfect villa. So that's not our target in this video. The target is always properties under 100,000 euros and possibly with as less renovation works to do. All right, so now basically we had a look here on realadvisor.it, which I will also share the link in the description of the video. And now finally we go on Idealista to see the properties for sale in this town in Brindisi province called Oria. All right, so let's see what they're saying. There are 216 case in vendita. Let's put the English version. Property for sale in Oria, Brindisi, Italy, 216 houses and flats. All right, now let's start doing our research. Now, let's have a look just at this property. that they are selling for 350,000 euro. So 350,000 euro is already a good budget, big budget. They're showing only this room here. Anyway, it will be interesting. Anyway, here they're showing a lovely living room. Okay, all we can say, there are 29 pictures, 9 room, 270 square meters. It's a beautiful house. Anyway, for anyone who has this budget, uh, why not? I want to make a video about only properties that have swimming pool, because obviously the houses with swimming pool are highly appreciated. They're mostly wanted. Everyone would like to have a house with a swimming pool. Anyway, this house looks nice. Now I'm not entering into the ad. What a lovely studio. Uh, Plenty of space, spiral stairs, bathroom, modern bathroom, bedrooms, master bedroom. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, but this is not our target today. All right, so we start with maximum price 100,000 euro, minimum size 100,000 square meters. I should also improve the conversion about square meters and feet, because anyway, I know in America, in the States mainly, they are not using meter square, but anyway, 100 square meter is already a kind of decent size. Then only houses, detached, semi-detached, and so on. Then we avoid auction properties. And let me see if there's any other selection I need to do. No. All right. So we have 16 houses for sale. Not many. Not many. Let's have a look. Let's select from the cheapest and from the lowest price, and then we'll investigate a bit in these properties. All right, this one that they are selling for 30,000 euro, this is an auction. Maybe I need to make another video about the auction properties, because people are asking me if there is an advantage, not advantage. It's it's not complicated, but better to be fluent in Italian language, and you need to be already here. Also, because you're gonna make the offer, but they will not give you. I mean, the chance to inspect the house is more complicated because there are courts who have the keys, and so you have to arrange with the court. So it's kind of complicated. Then you see, even if I avoided auction properties, I still have two auction. You see here, I know, because it say aste. In Italian, asta is auction. Scopri le aste immobiliari, and so on. But anyway, that too we exclude. Then we have Casale Cascina in Oria, 38,000, totally to be renovated. Anyway, even if, of course, it's in need of renovation, there is a plot of land. Anyway, space, okay, the house has to be renovated for sure, should be invested, but I see it's not really falling apart. But it requires a good investment, maybe at least 100,000 euro minimum, if you want to make the house to a good standards. Anyway, we skip the following because with an auction, estate in a named road, Oria, 50,000 euro. Let's see, this again is a countryside house with lovely garden. There are only 10 pictures, but this is the typical house with star vaulted ceilings. Anyway, I see again, even in this property, many renovation works to do. Anyway, there are only 10 pictures. It's not really the best. Okay, let's have a look at the following one. Detached house in Via Santa Lucia. 55,000 euros. So they're already dropping the price from 63 to 55, minus 13%. Probably the property is already listed online or has been on sale for a while, so they decided to drop the price. 4 rooms, 100 square meters, at the gates of the historic center of Oria, characterized by romantic alleys, memories of the times past, and important historical buildings we offer for sale. Let's have a quick look at the picture. Anyway, there are 22 pictures. So we are in Oria town. I can see a lovely terrace, lovely view. Obviously, we are not very, very close to the sea. But anyway, it's a kind of distance, 30 minutes, that again, even me in my case, that I'm at 45 minutes, 1 hour from the sea, if I want, I can go now, swim, stay in 1, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then come back. Anyway, it's less than 10 euro petrol. So if you're well organized, you can easily make it. Now, this house is quite interesting because I see fully renovated. It's an interesting house. I think I will make maybe a video just for this house. I see everything in a good order. Anyway, for now I keep scrolling because I want to see all the 16 properties for sale. I might go back maybe in the one that I consider the best deal. Again, 55,000 euro is a very good deal. 4 rooms, 100 square meters. Here we have detached house in Via Enrico Toti, Oria, 56,000 euros, 4 rooms, 190 square meters. In the heart of the charming medieval town of Oria, so it's a medieval town, precisely in Via Enrico Toti, 190 square meters, property is located completely to be renovated, I guess. Anyway, the building is kind of the construction, the building is kind of modern. I see it quite spacious anyway. For sure, there are no star vaulted ceilings. It says, anyway, bathroom needs to be modernized and renovated. I see plenty of space, of course, 190 square meters. There is a garden with trees, which makes it lovely. Beautiful floors, I see. So in this case, I would keep the floors. In each room, I see beautiful floors. Not in each room, sorry. These one are more generic floors from the 60s, from the 70s. I have this floor in my house, so I'm not shocked because it's the typical floor that they have in the south of Italy in the 60s and in the 70s. Anyway, 16 pictures. The house is not bad. We should read the description. Then let's go to the following one. Detached house in Corte Francesco Saverio Scarciglia. Scarciglia. They don't disclose the number. 59,000 euro, 3 rooms, 103 square meters. Oria, 100 meters from Piazza Manfredi. Have you always dreamed of a small house in the heart of Oria's historic center, still preserving its ancient barrel vaulted ceilings? Anyway, there are 25 pictures. I see beautiful floors and beautiful star vaulted ceilings. 103 square meters is already a good size. All right, let's have a quick look at the pictures. Obviously, here they show the beautiful floors, the star vaulted ceilings. Anyway, different spaces, obviously has to be renovated partially to if we want to bring to a very high standard. Another video I have to make is a video on booking.com because if probably tomorrow, let me know if you want to see this video from booking.com, because you know why it's very, very interesting, this video from booking.com, because they show you properties fully renovated and for how much they're rented for a week, for what price, for the price they're rented weekly. So that would be a very, very interesting video. Let me know if you want me to make that type of video, because you may see a similar house in the same town, fully renovated with very high standards, and then to show you the prices that are rented these houses weekly. Anyway, I see a beautiful house. I see a lot of vaulted barre ceiling. Okay, very narrow courtyard, very small courtyard. One bathroom that has to be renovated. It's not really ready to live. I'd say you might even decide, no, no, it isn't. I don't like, for example, now this narrow outdoor space, but again, we are talking about the town itself. So old constructions, old buildings, all the buildings in all the south of Italy, everywhere you go, and they are in the historical part of the towns, these houses will always be, and I used to call them uneven, but it's the particularity of this type of houses. Anyway, so 59,000 euros. Let's see what they're selling for. 63. Three rooms, 155 square meters. Now, 155 is a very good size. Price is dropping from 68. So it's a 7% discount. In the heart of the municipality of Oria, we offer for sale a historic independent house located on the ground floor. This property extends, and so on. Okay, I see external part, the exterior part is in need of renovation. Inside, I like the floor, so floor is fine. The house, anyway, needs some renovation works, obviously, replastering, painting, but the space is lovely. Should be understood, the how the spaces are, uh, the how the house is shaped, where the dispositions of the room, the disposition of the rooms. For example, we have a bathroom here. Sorry. It's a house that has a potential. Obviously, 63,000 euro. This uneven bathroom, I mean, probably under the stairs. Anyway, it has to be renovated. Apart the floor and the star vaulted ceilings, but again, you can make yourself a project. Anyway, that's the floor map of the house. There is also a garage. So I'd say for sure there are terraces. Let's see the following one. Detached house in Via Toti. This is another one in Via Toti, 67,000 euros. It looks already in a better condition, this house. All right, should be explored, should be investigated. In the heart of Oria, we offer for sale this spacious 180 square meters property. So we are talking again about a big house. We should read the description. I should enter in each property and investigating. Anyway, we see, okay, in my opinion, anyway, the house is in need of a good restyling. Let me know if restyling is a correct word. Anyway, okay, this is the same house that they showed before, the one in Via Enrico Totti. Let me go back. There was a house in Via Enrico Totti. The same, this one. Here is sales. It's on sale for 56. Dove.it, that's the agency. And Dove, they're listing the same house, unless it's another address. Let's have a quick look. Maybe here they're selling, okay, maybe, I don't know. Okay, the square meters are matching. I'm trying to understand. They have different pictures anyway. The pictures are not the same. I think one could be just the ground floor, and the other one can be the first floor. All right, then we have 88,900 euro, 150 square meters. It's a two-floor house. Let's see the condition. It looks already kind of in a better condition. Okay, this is an artificial, is computer graphic. This is not a picture. They are only giving you an idea. The house itself is nice. I like these arches. I like the way the space. Anyway, I think for each picture they're showing you how potentially you could renovate the house. So again, we are talking about renovation project, maybe not massive, but the price is already not very low. Okay, let's see the following one, 89,000 euro, 3 rooms, 110 square meters. Here I'm showing the video. Here the house itself is not in a very bad condition, could be technically ready to live. Now it's to understand if that is a private garden, independent house with star vaults, a corner of paradise on the first floor. So there's no ground floor. If you're looking for a house, all right. Okay. Then we have 89,000 euros, 95,000 euros in need of renovation. Here they're selling a countryside house, 98, 100,000. Let's have a look at this one for 100,000. Semi-detached house in Contrada. Contrada, as you know, is a countryside. Moving to the countryside is a dream. You want to make it come true as soon as possible. We offer you a beautiful villa in Oria. Now, from outside, looks very nice. Beautiful. I think I will make a video. So about Oria, I think I will make a video about this property here for 100,000. Maybe this one for 89, which it looks, but I think it's a, all right. Anyway, this one for 89, which it looks good with this vaulted ceiling. I think I skipped this property before. Yeah, I didn't have a look. This also looks like it's ready to live. It's a kind of ready to live property. That's which is kind of interesting. So I'd say 3 properties are quite interesting. I found these 3 properties quite interesting. So this one for 89,000 euro, or Oria independent house with star vault, a corner of paradise on the front. Okay, this we said is just the first floor, but anyway, it has its own potential, maybe as a rental income. And then the one that I found, this one for 56, I think so. This one, that even if there is a project, no, wasn't this one. I think was this one for 55,000. This one, it is a kind of project, but has beautiful star-vault ceiling, kind of mezzanine. All right, so let's take a note. Here we have this property for 55,000 euro, which is interesting. Then we have that one for, wait a second, this one that for 89,000 euro. This one for 88,900. Also this one. Anyway, there are a few properties which are kind of interesting. Okay, here probably, I know here they're only showing you how the project can hypothetically be. 89,000, which is nice, this one. This is a good project. Not, I don't see massive renovation works. But again, this one was the one just on the first floor, but beautiful view and with terrace and not massive renovation works to do. And the last one is this one in the countryside for 100,000 euro. 5 rooms, 198 square meters. That looks in order, looks in a very good shape. Okay, there are no star vaulted ceilings, but I see plenty of space in this town here. All right, my friends, so now let's go back 1 second on Google Maps. I know the video was quite long. I hope I haven't been boring. And now let's see how far is Oria from Brindisi. From Brindisi. From Brindisi, I'm not gonna select the airport. I'm obviously from the airport we might need. Okay, here we have by car, 32 minutes from Brindisi. So from Brindisi to Oria, it's 32 minutes by car and 47 minutes by transportation. So it seems like there is just one bus that connects straight away. So there are no, so it's just one bus from Brindisi to Oria. Obviously, from Brindisi airport to the bus station, you might take another transportation. Anyway, can be a bus, can be a taxi. Anyway, 47 minutes by bus is not a lot, 32 minutes by car, it's not a lot at all. Let me select one seaside destination because obviously also the Ionian part of the sea is very, very well known. We have Punta Prosciutto. Punta Prosciutto is one of the most attractive destinations in Salento area. All right, let's select Punta Prosciutto. Punta Prosciutto. You know what's prosciutto in Italian? Prosciutto is ham, what we call ham. Prosciutto cotto, prosciutto crudo. So they call it prosciutto. So from Oria, driving to Punta Prosciutto, which is not the nearest place, is 35, 38 minutes by car, around 30 kilometers. Then let's see another destination. San Pietro, Campomarino, Monaco Mirante, Borraco, San Pietro in Bevagna. Let's select San Pietro in Bevagna. San Pietro in Bevagna, that is a Taranto province. Let's see how far. 33 minutes. So again, you have to drive through Manduria, this town called Manduria that is in Taranto province. Probably that's all because it's a town. There might be some cross lights, some crosses, so it might slow down. That's where you lose at least 10, 15 minutes probably while you're driving. I believe from Oria to Manduria is 10 minutes. From Manduria to the sea is another 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes wasted kind of in the town itself. All right, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you watch up to now, if you want me to make a video about booking.com properties, just to show you the level they are renovating the houses, upgrading the properties. So please put like and subscribe if you like this type of content, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel to my following videos. Bye for now. Bye.